Hey everybody, it's your old buddy the Dreamer. Today, on a very special edition of Hanging with the Dreamer, I have Gia Frederico. And if you would like to see your old buddy the Dreamer improve his production, please consider hitting my support link through PayPal in the description box. Because a big shout out also to the High Voltage Video Magazine and the J Lamps Remy. Love you, brother. So, are you ready, dreamers? Let's all say hi to Gia Frederico. welcome, welcome, Gia Frederico to Dreamland Studios. All right, cool. So, Gia, tell the world, for everybody who's going to watch this when it's premiered next Friday, and everybody that is going to see this on the replay and share this on social media, who is Gia Frederico?
Well, um, I am a female guitarist and from the Boston area, and I've been doing music for a while, and I have my solo thing called Gia G. My official name's Gia Federico, but and then I have another band, Devil in the Mist, but that's on sort of hiatus at the moment. But Gia G is the main thing, and I do that, and you know, I do it and see where it goes, and it's mostly, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and it's a good time, and it's exciting right now because I'm doing these interviews like with you and other people, and the new EP's gonna come out the 25th from Slip Trick Records, and then the video just came out. So yeah, it's been busy for me with all these social media stuff. So, but it's fun. Yeah.
Outstanding. So, how did you get your start playing guitar? How did you discover growing up that you had a passion, you had a dream, you had a goal?
I just used to listen to a lot of my parents' records when I was a kid, and then I always wanted to play an instrument, but I was always discouraged. They used to discourage me, other people, so I didn't pick it up until later. But I used to listen to like all the old stuff, Elvis, the Beatles, all that stuff, from Barbra Streisand to the Bee Gees to you name it. I listened to everything from opera music and Roy Orbison, and then I started getting into. Then I heard Van Halen, and I started listening to rock and metal. I mean, Led Zeppelin I heard before, Aerosmith I was big on, Queen, all that type of stuff, and Dio, Metallica. I mean, I got right up till So I picked up guitar, and I figured I would just what inspired me was all the great guitar players. When I heard Eddie play, I was like, wow, and other people, Hendrix and Zeppelin, and all these people. And see where it went, and I didn't think what would happen. I just took it one step at a time. I wasn't really looking to be anything, anything spectacular on it, but I wanted to get really good at it. So I really practiced every day. I picked it up quick, I guess, but as time went on, I learned. As you learn an instrument, you kind of you learn other people's stuff first to get. That's what I did. I used to play everybody else's stuff, and then I realized, oh, my old guitar teacher said you gotta learn how to write your own music, which I started doing, and then I stopped playing other people's stuff and just did all my own stuff, and I haven't really looked back, and now I'm in that mode of just writing my own stuff for the last long time now. So, and it just through the internet, I've gone in various bands, and in the early 2000s, I was in a band. We showcased for Sony, and it was like an alternative metal band. And then years later, I made another band up. My old singer now, my singer that I worked with Devil with, and that broke up. And then I went solo. In 2013, I released The Chase, and then the internet started taking off. right around before that, and I just haven't looked. I didn't expect anything out of that. I thought that was gonna be one. That was my video I put out, the first one, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think much of it. I figured I'd get trashed, and at the end of it, I call it a day. And I just wanted to do that, but it didn't. It just kept getting. It kind of got bigger. It got more views. So I said, let me do another one, and then it just went from there. Then my singer wanted to record the stuff we did, and then I was doing the instrumental stuff and doing the stuff with her. So I released an EP with her with Devil, and that did really well, and all the videos with that, 5 videos with Devil, and then I released another video with Gia the Ladder in 2019, and then I got signed in 2020. In the last couple of years, I've been building up endorsements, which at the 16 now, and then I'm ready to release the EP and the new video. So right after that, I didn't expect all that to transpire. To be honest with you, I thought, I called it a day when my first band broke up. I wasn't going to go anywhere. I just kept, So it's almost been like I'm always on the edge. It's like you're on the edge. Like you're like, okay, I'm going to do this now, and if it crashes and burns, I'll call it a day, and that's it. At least I did it, and that's it. I'm always thinking that way. Like I'm never expecting, anything big out of it. That's another thing people don't understand. People think I'm like on there like, oh, look at, she's promoting herself, she's no good. I'm living one day at a time with this. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. This video is doing the biggest it's ever been. Maybe the EP will probably be even bigger in the next video, but that might be the end of it. The next thing I come out with might totally be crap and nobody likes it, and that's the end of me. So it's like, who knows, So I just take one day at a time and see what happens. And I have no idea how any of this, I just contribute the internet for helping out, though. Like I was telling you earlier, that really helped out. And obviously the content I've put out, probably, people like my playing, my music, I guess how I project myself, and, and I knock on wood though every day that I say I'm lucky, and I feel, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm honored to go to the point I'm at now, and I'm not going to be greedy. I'm happy. I'm saying if this is as far as it goes, I'm happy. I did I accomplished what I wanted, and that's it. More than I thought. So I'm not complaining or anything. I'm grateful. That's the word. I'm grateful for what I've done. Yeah. So I'm very humble with it. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to be, because I have no idea, I'm just taking this as what's one of the Raiders of the Lost Ark movies when Indiana Jones. I'm just making this up as I go. That's what I'm doing.
That's the best way to be. I'll tell you sometime. I've just pretty much learned to live for the second,
Yeah.
I don't make plans anymore.
No, it just, I just, like I said, I make it up as I go. I don't know what's going to transpire from, like, every time I release something, like this new video that came out last Friday, I don't know how it's going to be taken. To be honest with you, it's a gamble every time. The songs, every time you release something, you don't know what's going to happen. To be honest, you're either going to like it or not. This one, I'm always a little nervous because, I released this and I know I have detractors out there that hate my guts and want to see me, everything I do is trash. But, I made tons of fans, and this thing by far is the biggest release I've ever done. All my releases have gotten bigger and bigger. This one blew it out of the water. It's just like, and the EP's not even out yet. So, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for Slip Trick Records, the press, and what I do for press too. And what other people are sharing, it's just unbelievable. All the people that have shared it, other people, I thank all of them. And they're all old fans and new fans. I'm making new fans all the time. And they can hear me talk on this interview when you post it. And I'm humbled by it, and I'm grateful. And all the bands that know me online or see me, they might think another way about me, but like I said to you in this thing, I'm just making this up as I go. I have no idea. I'm not trying to do anything, That's why all these detractors and everything, blah 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 blah, that noise I call it. It's like whatever, think what you want about me and my music. I'm trying to do. It's just like I'm just having a good time with it, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the people that like my music, like my playing, and I move them somehow, and they get influenced or whatever. that means a lot to me, and I hope I keep doing it in the future, and you know, that'll make me keep writing music and putting it out there. The day I stop is either I get I disappear, I get killed, or the review is so bad. You know, the negativity becomes so powerful that I say, hey, I'm going to call it a day because they won out. I guess I really do suck. I don't know.
That's a matter of opinion, Gia.
Yeah, I mean,
That, you know, that's a matter of opinion,
oh,
and
I know. I mean,
everybody's got one.
yeah, they too. I mean,
You
a lot of
know,
people, whatever I release
everybody's
is real
got
good.
one.
You know, it's like this release. I have my detractors that will never post or comment or say any message to me. Great job. You know, and it's just no matter what I do. You know, they're all, and some, unfortunately, some of them are like old friends, former bandmates. I mean, it's just, it's really, it's sad, but you know, that's how life is, I guess. And you just got to keep moving forward. And sometimes, you know, the funny thing about all that negativity, the people that hate my guts, want to see me dead, they think I suck, the worst guitar player in the world, and all that stuff. It makes me, it pushes me somehow. It pushes me forward, saying, "Yeah, you think I really suck and I'm not good? Okay." And I just keep going forward. And I say, "I can't wait the day I meet you in person and see how much who's, you know, I was seriously, and see what you do then. See what you're gonna say to me in my face, you know, because it's come down to that point sometimes with some of these people. I've had
Yeah,
off. It's like it's wasted too much
yeah.
in time. But see, this is still, it's 11:50. Usually in the morning, I have a lot of coffee. I'm on the market and I get rolling, and I start rolling out all the. You witnessed that earlier. I just start. I can't stop. So forgive me if I go too much.
It's all good. No worries. No worries. No worries. So tell me, your videos are very well thought out,
Yeah,
and your videos are very moving.
very. Yeah,
I,
they are. Yeah.
I'll tell you why I like them. Okay. The reason why from this day on, you're going to hear me say in other interviews and social media posts when I tag you, you're going to read that I think the world of you as an artist. I think the world of you as a person. I think the world of you as a creator. And I think the honestly, and I think the world of you as a guitarist.
Thank you.
I I have been in this business for about 35 years. And I have met a lot of great guitarists. I've met a lot of great artists. I've met some great producers. But when I watch your video, well, actually, I've seen 3 of your videos, and I'm going to have links to those videos in this description box.
Yeah.
So people could just read the description box and watch them straight from the show's description box. That's how much I believe in what you're doing.
Thank you.
And let me tell you, you have such a creative, forward thinking, out of this world spiritual concept to your videos. And it can't help but grab the person's attention. And your storytelling, when you're playing,
Yeah.
your storytelling is undeniable.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am convinced, without a shadow of a doubt. And remember, I've been doing this for quite a while.
Yeah.
That when people say unkind things to you, that when people try to discourage you, it's because they're jealous.
Yeah, I have people tell me that too. Yeah.
They're jealous of your talent, they're jealous of your artistic vision, and they're jealous of your creativity. And they know you are a diamond of a guitarist, you are a diamond of a performer. And people see that. It's so evident that I'm convinced that people don't know how to react, except that they wish that they could do whatever they're doing as good as you do playing guitar and performing music and creating this mythical world that are your videos.
Yeah, I mean, that's all awesome compliments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I get that. I mean, a lot of people have said that. I get tons of people saying exactly that. I'm grateful for everybody that says that. You and everyone, it means the world to me. I think sometimes I'm like my mother was kind of like this. I take things to heart sometimes. I get too um, sensitive about it. I'm getting better at that. I'm not as bad with, and sometimes I rant about it. I should just let it go. It's just that's the way it is. That's the way the world is with everything. You're gonna have detractors and stuff like that. You can't please anybody. Everybody, I mean. You're right about that. I have a lot of people that, unfortunately, it's so sometimes you think in the world, and it's probably silly me to think that way. I still think that way. I think everything's going to be nice, and it's not going to be like that. You have this fantasy world in your head, like when I'm on the treadmill, I'm listening to music. I'm thinking, oh, I fantasize about playing different places. I'm like, oh, it's all going to be nice and sweet and everything. But in reality, it doesn't work that way. It's very hard. It's very hard to break into certain things and to please people. And not everyone's going to like what you do or like you as a person. There's different motives going on: jealousy, envy, and stuff like that. And I take that, unfortunately, in my thinking when I'm thinking positive, like I'm on the treadmill running or I'm writing music. Oh, everyone's gonna like this. They're gonna really like go crazy. I keep forgetting, and it's probably my own fault because I'm being like a little kid in a way. Maybe I'm like innocent in some ways. I go back to my innocence, thinking, oh, this is the whole world's gonna like this, and they're all gonna think it's cool. And not saying, it's gonna be great. I keep then when I put the thing out or I get these, I keep forgetting about all the miserable people out there that just want to do no good to me or other people. Oh, they're jealous, like you said. And unfortunately, most of them are like former members, other musicians and stuff like that, and just trolls online that didn't do anything in their life. And then it's just the way it is with everything, I guess. And I forget that, and it hits me, and I'm like, oh, why would they say that? I put, and then you realize like, oh, why that guy didn't respond, or why didn't this person hit me up and say they liked the video, or what you did, it was great, because I put a lot of work and time into these things, and you expect,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Yeah.
thing too. And you put all that time and effort, you're really pushing it, you really want to get the thing done right, all the music, all the recording, the song you're playing, then all the stuff afterwards, the production of it, the writing of the CD, the pitches and everything. You really like going all out. You want to make it so good, and you put all that effort into it, and then you post it up, and you get some person, you even know they either don't say no or they say something bad. Oh, thank God. Not grateful, like you said. I have people like you and others that love my stuff. They post it everywhere. 99% of it's all positive. You get the few that are like that, and unfortunately, I think a lot of those people have issues with themselves, their own music, their own lives, and they take it out on people like me. For some reason, I'm one of the targets. I'm not the only target. There's other people that get this. I was on.
Yeah.
I think I get it bad. I just went on Gene Simmons's Instagram. He posted something about a video of doing got off subject here. It happened this morning actually. I saw his thing come up on my page, and about him doing videos for people, recordings for people, and like showing them how to play bass and all this. He got the most negative comments that I can't even say them on this live thing. It's so bad. So talk about negativity. But he must just brush it aside, obviously. But so they're everywhere. And it's just like, I guess the bigger you get, the worse it gets with that. That's what I'm starting. People have told me that. So maybe, in what Dave Lee Roth said, any press is good press. So if you're getting good press, but you're getting bad press, it's press. Take it. If someone's trashing you, you take it as because they're going to trash you to everyone. That's press. So I kind of look at it that way too. So if someone's saying blah 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 blah, it's still press. You did something to him to go off that bad. You're doing something to ignite those people. So it does go back to the jealousy, envy thing. But they're actually giving you press by doing that. You know, the people that don't say anything, they know that they don't want to give you any press, so they just don't say nothing. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, so absolutely. So the other questions I have for you, I wanted to ask you, how hard is it for a girl, for a female, to break into the music business or the entertainment business and actually be able to gain traction and to actually meet some goals?
It's some people think it's easier for women to make it because they're women and they have you can pose in sexy poses and clothes and dress up like a porn star, and yeah, that's true in some ways. There's many women on there that do that, and they get tons of fans on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and all that stuff. And I see it in some of the musicians, and they go pretty far. They have a big following and stuff, and a lot of them came. It's just a show. Some can play, and the problem is with that is that it kind of puts other women in a category where, if you don't do that, you're not going to get the same response. Or even if you don't do it, you're going to get nailed because they put you in a category of all women. That anybody that's a female is like that, and it's not true. So the problem with female being a woman in music is there's a lot of female guitar players out the last 10 years that are really good. Some of them, some of them are over. To be honest, a lot of them are. Unfortunately, and it's like it's the same thing with male guitar players. A lot of them are overrated, but some of them are not overrated. Some are really good and they deserve it, but others don't. That's just how it is with everything. But the point is, like, the ones that are really good, they get trashed because they're female. They don't get the same respect. They just look at that. Like, a lot of people will respond, guys, because they don't give them the same respect as a male guitarist. And it's hard because I think partly some of my response is because of that. Like, I might get negative stuff because of being female. So they say you're not respected as well, I guess. And it's the other bad thing is you get people online sending you things, like I was telling you earlier, it's all about the sexual thing, the sex thing. It's like, that's all they care about. I have these trolls hit me up on Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, mostly those two sites. Probably TikTok. I haven't really been too much into TikTok yet, but they send you these crazy videos and stupid things, and you're trying to support your music and promote it. They're sending you porn, and they want to, it's really, that gets a little annoying after a while. I end up blocking like tons of these people. So yeah, an issue, but on the side of the women that do it, they should try to make more account of, like myself. I try not to post too much. Granted, I put some bathing suit pics up a couple months ago to show I was, keeping myself in shape, losing, I wasn't fat or anything. But some people say, "Oh, you're doing that to be sexual." I said, "No, it's just a bathing suit." But these people, other women, go way beyond that. So some women should take into account what they do online. They shouldn't be doing stuff like that because, like, the crazy videos of them, I know they're trying to do it for attention, to get fans, to get more traffic to their pages and stuff. But it kind of it's hard. It's hard to be, even in a female vocalist. It's even harder for them because they get critiqued even worse than a female. A female vocalist gets more critiqued than a female guitarist does because every vocalist does, even a male one. The female one gets nailed because they're on the center stage, and if their voice goes out a lot or off a little, they get nailed. It's just too sweet, especially metal ones. It's tough with metal. Pop music's a little easier. It's much easier for women to make it in pop music and country and blues, I notice. Well, not so much blues, but more country and pop, I think. And even rap, obviously. Women have a better chance. Even classical, I notice they have a better. But some reason, like rock and metal and stuff, I think it's you can make it, but it's not. It's still male. The males still kind of feel like it's a dominating thing. Like it's weird. You know, it's changed a lot. It's gotten a lot better, but it's not as easy as it is for other genres. That's why I kind of steer away from that now. I'm doing more like my new release is more like I'm getting into my things I always wanted to get into, like jazzy, fusion, blues, acoustic. I'm steering away from metal basically. I still play metal, like I do leads for a metal band in New Hampshire, Infinite Sin. So I have fun with that, but like I can't. I'd rather. I've been playing metal for a long time, and I also play these other styles I haven't brought out yet. So I really wanna. I really want to go into new age. To be honest, people are hearing it firsthand. Now I'm gonna say it. I want to go into new age music. I was always into that new age style music, they call it. You know, if you ever go to the store and you see those things, they have new age. They're experimental music, and it's people listen to it in different places. I always love that type of music. It brings in all these different music, and with my solo stuff, I can do that. So I'm
Mhm.
slowly going that way. I'll still do metal, but I'm drifting away to what I really feel like I want to do, and I think I can contribute. I can show more of what I can do through that. That's why I went solo, so I can do anything I want. In a band, I'm restricted. I only can stay metal. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, what would you say is the backstory behind video your video creation? How many, well, before we talk about that, how many videos do you have out now?
Um, I have 5 with Devil in the Mist. They go in order. They connect to each other. It's Severed Ties is the first one. Somewhere's the second. Foglawn's the third. Secret's the fourth. And Mercy. And then I have 4 instrumental ones. The Chase, Interwoven, The Ladder, and now the new one, Cosmic Wave. And I'm coming out with another one called Reminiscent when the EP gets out the 25th. So there'll be 5 of those. And then I'm on an Infinite Sin music video, Temple of Darkness. I did the leads. I'm on that one. That was last year. So I'm on 11 videos. Then I have some live videos, and I have some videos I did at the house. But official music videos will be 11 altogether. And the videos, I mean, I try to capture what the song's about, the feel of the song, the emotion. Like in like the new video just came out. The new video guy I work with really good. Wes, he kind of came up with the um the place to film, the old church in outside of Worcester for the concept of that, and it was a really good idea. I get to give him a lot for that. That worked out great. And then the other new one coming out, I came up with that idea. It actually filmed around my town here in Manchester, which everyone's gonna see. And the other video is the same thing. I either come up with the idea or I come up with it with my the singer or someone else or myself, or we picked the places to film, like in like Mercy last year. We filmed it in one of the buildings where that's being done over, and Secret was filmed out in the Berkshires, and
I like that one a
it's
lot.
Foglawn was filmed at Nam, parts of it, and on the airplane, and at a club in Worcester called Ralph's Diner, and then what's the other one? Somewhere was filmed around here again. It was in my house and around the neighborhood around here. Sever was filmed in the same building before the fire and at my old studio. The Chase was, Interwoven was, and that was filmed in Brockton. I remember them all. So yeah, so I have I I put a lot of thought into the videos. You know, I want to make, I call them mini movies almost. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
They're a lot of work, but they do they bring more to just. I want the people to enjoy the videos I do. Like I try to make them entertain or make a story out of them. Like I want to interact more storytelling in future videos. Like actual, I have done that in other like talking and have some actors or whatever in, but it's just sometimes it's hard to coordinate with everybody. Like this video, Cosmic Wave and Reminiscent coming out, I'm in the video myself. Like there's an interview that a review that just came out saying that those are the first 2 videos I released that was just me in it, since the Chasing Interwoven. The rest of them have had the band, my singer, the drummer, the bass player. But I decided, it was tough to get everyone together. But the next video I do is from the EPs called Intricate Fusion. That's the long song. I'm going to have them in that. So that'll be filmed this year. I'll release it after the EP comes out. So that'll be 12 videos then. But yeah, I think people, when they go to my page, YouTube page, they'll enjoy the official music videos. I think I put a lot of work into them, and I really pushed them, and I think they've helped me. They've actually, the music videos are the ones really in the songs with them. I mean, the music that goes with the song, obviously, they're the ones that really started the whole thing. YouTube and the music video made this all happen because I made it a single like The Chase, the first one, with a video. And
That's pretty
people
cool.
loved it because of the concept and the way the song went. Granted, I had some detractors. They hated my guts, but we know why. But the video did great. It's got like 921,000 views. It's like my second biggest video. I never expected that. I mean, and so yeah, it's just been the videos. I really think videos. If you have to market them right. That's the other thing. When you release a release, granted, I have the label help me now, which is great. I'm good at marketing my own stuff over the years. I really promote. I connect. I do a lot of legwork online. That's what's gotten these videos to that point. It's gotten out there, and I'm actually my own social page manager, really, in a way. I've been doing it right along. So I built my pages up for a long time, and now they kind of got a life of their own. Like YouTube pages does its own thing, and when I promote it, it goes even more. So yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of work to build up to that point. And it's not easy to get your videos out there, get the songs. That's why the highlight's been the biggest thing that's happened to me has been so far, I think, the label, because the label's given me more press and it helps me out. It's like, and it legitimizes me. So, and they do a great job with the press releases and they put it out. So that really helps me out. Plus what I do, and that I have to, I take my hat off to the things they do for the press. So I think it's really great for artists to find the right situation. But you have to put the work in. You have to have the material. You have to have the videos. You have to have the songs done. You can't just let someone do everything. You got to do the legwork still, So once you get that product, it's a product. Once you get the product done, EP and LP with the videos and stuff, and you put it out there, it's got to be a product. It's got to be done right. Everything's got to be just, and then you push it and you see what happens and you keep pushing it. And it's all you need is one song to really go far, and that takes you to another level. And, and that's how you go. And you just go with it. And like I said to you earlier, I make it up as I go. I have no set rules here. There's no, what's the word? Like people ask me how I do it. I have no, it just comes as it goes, So, yeah, there's no set rules about writing songs either. People ask me about, like, they're gonna ask me about writing songs. I can't answer that because I don't know. Because they just come up out of the blue. Like I wrote a new song this week,
Yeah.
and it just came out that way. I can't even answer that because it just comes from somewhere. And when I say like the new release, I'm using scales and modes I never used before on my releases, like jazzy scales and modes and stuff. You'll hear it's more like fusion type stuff. I knew those scales. I reviewed them and went over them, and I put that into these songs. But the songs just came from like Cosmic Wave was. Those Cosmic Wave and Reminiscent were really fill-ins. This release was only supposed to be a single release, Intricate Fusion, but I didn't want to just release a single because they don't put it on. The last release was a single release, and they only put it out. They didn't put it to Orchard Music, which is affiliated with Sony. They do the EPs and the LPs. So I said, well, I want to put an EP out so they can send that they can release it on Orchard, which they're doing. So I said, so Cosmic Wave, I came up with one night, and it just went from there, just flowed. And the result is that song, and everyone, that was like out of the blue. I just went with it, and that's what happens sometimes. You don't, like, again, you just, like I said, you make it up as you go. It's not a set rule. I'm gonna do this and that and this, and I got to play in this scale. Sometimes the best stuff comes out of the total, out of nowhere, and you just come up with the best riff, the best melody, the best leads, the best keyboard, whatever it is, singing, and it just comes, and you just go with it, and you just, if you sit there and think about, well, I have to come up with something, that's when they don't, you know what I mean? It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
A million modes and scales on the page has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing to do with theory. It has nothing to do with how fast you can play. It comes, music, songwriting comes from within. It just comes, and that's it, and you just do it, and there's no explanation for it. And I think a lot of people like what I do. It's very, it's come to a point where it's, I strive to be as original as possible. Maybe that's what it was. I've been doing that for years. I think I've accomplished that. I think maybe I've accomplished that. That was one of the main things I wanted to do in music when I did CDs in a band and in my solo stuff. Is I wanted to be as original as possible, my own sound, my own style, my own thing. It's really hard to do today because everybody's copying everybody. But I think in some ways, I think I can honestly say at this point, I think I have my own thing going on. I can say that at this interview. I'm not saying my influences come through. Obviously, you make them your own, but a lot of people today, they don't have that. They just copy what's there, and they get something out of that. They get some kind of little fame. They copy this player, that player, this band. Yeah. I didn't want to do that. I take their influence and make it my own, I call it, and that's what I think I've done. And you can hear my input, you hear that originality in it too. So that's why when people say you don't sound like this person, you play this, I don't want to sound like anybody. I want to sound like me. So that's cool, right?
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
that leads me to my next question.
Shoot.
How important is it to creativity, to being an artist? How important is it to have your spirit together? And how important is it to be spiritually intact?
Be spiritually intact with the music and guitar?
Yeah.
Very important, because here's the thing. Like, this is it right here. This is the real concept of music, I think. If you don't, I'm learning this as I go. You'll see it you hear it with a new song. The whole thing is groove and feel. You don't have groove and feel, and it's got to come from within. No one else is going to groove and feel with you. I mean, granted, once again, we go back to that old thing we were talking about earlier. We were doing the pre interview. I was talking about certain plays and the styles and the shred stuff. Now that has a little audience. Those people are one-track minded. Like, I play shredded. That's part of my style too. But the problem is people like that, and it's not just that style. It's metal. A lot of these people are one-track minded. They just think it's just that. If you don't play that, if you don't play shred, if you don't play fast, if you don't play metal and super heavy and scream, you suck. It's like, time out. It's like, really? It's like, my concept of music is totally different than that. I don't look at it that way. I look for feel, groove. The music moves me. The whole overall music, not just the guitar playing, the rhythm, the concept, everything. The feel, just like Jeff Beck, one note just changes everything. I mean, that's it right there. So you have to be spiritually connected to the music. Unfortunately, most people are not today. They're all about themselves and seeing and impressing people online to say, look what I can do. Blah, 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 a million notes a minute. I'm the greatest thing in the world. They're all trying. I call it it's sort of kind of the Van Halen effect. Like, they think they're going to be the next Van Halen or something. It's just, they miss the whole concept of Van Halen. Because he was actually, Van Halen's music was, if his music wasn't good, they wouldn't have made it. It's like, granted, he changed guitar too, but he was creative. He had great music. I mean, his music was great. He could write. He could groove. They miss all that. They just say, well, it's just, he did this and that, and that's all. And I gotta go beyond that to be the next Van Halen. It's like you're on so wrong track. It's not funny, you know. Has nothing to do with that. In fact, Van Halen's rhythm was better than his lead playing. That's the other thing. Rhythm is everything. If you can't play rhythm guitar good, you can't rhythm with a band. Most of these players can't. You're dead in the water. I mean, rhythm is everything. Rhythm is 90% of playing. You have to be able to play rhythm.
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to play rhythm guitar. You got to be able to play in a band, to jam. If you can't do that and just go online and shred, you're not a musician. That's not the whole story. That's just like, what is that? That's just like you're doing exercise and they expect to be signed, have 1,000 endorsements, be on YouTube, get on the radio and be famous and be the next Van Halen or Yngwie Malmsteen. I don't know where they get that thinking. I don't know who put that in their head. I mean, and unfortunately, there is people doing that, and they're getting far by doing that. But when you meet them in person, they're not they're not schooled music, like not schooled. What's the word? They're not experienced musicians in a way that people that have been playing for a long time. They've been in a lot of bands. They've played in a lot of situations with drummers and bass players and other people, and you build it up through experience. A lot of these people don't do that. They just go on YouTube and they go through these effects and go, look at this, and they play behind a track and say, I'm great. I'm the next, this one. You know, and it's just like, and the funny thing is they get a lot of response from that. And they end up being voted higher than I am or better. They consider better than me and other players. I'm just like, what? It goes back to that thing, common sense is out the window. So I'm not paying attention. I know my music's real. I'm real. Because I was getting that for a while, believe it or not. When I released The Chase in 2013, I wasn't playing shows. I was just doing soloing, and I was getting this flack from other guitar players in the shred world, of course, that I was fake, I couldn't play in a band, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm like, where is this coming from? Because they thought I was a guitar tube, as they call it. I was just fake. Then when they saw me at NAMM and actually they thought The Chase was fake, some kind of fake effect. When they actually saw me play it live, then they saw me play out, everyone shut up, saying she can actually play in a band. I'm really good at it. Yeah. I can play in a band and do a lot more than that. I'm really good. My rhythm playing might even be better than my lead, believe it or not, just the same. So people don't, if they can't realize that when they listen to my music, then I don't know what to tell them. You know, it's like I'm far from, you can ask any drummer that's played with me that I'm really good playing in a band. I love playing in a band, improvising on rhythm and lead. I'm not just, you know, so I make that point too.
What would be the advice that you would give another girl who wants to learn how to play guitar and who wants to do what you're doing now? What would be your advice?
I would tell them not to follow the guitar tubists online and learn and go learn all this stuff. You know, unfortunately, a lot of them are doing that. They're going on there learning. I mean, it's great to have YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and learn. You don't even need to go to lessons. You just learn online. But the bad thing is they see what you can do with it online. You can take advantage of getting, you know, dressing up sexy, sticking your breasts out and playing guitar, and you get fans. The problem with that is you're not really learning the right thing. Like, the best advice I can give someone learning how to play guitar is buy a guitar, cheap one, because you don't know if you're going to really end up doing it, playing it, cheap amp or some kind of saw. I would buy a cheap guitar that's pretty good and a cheap tube amp, not some kind of, because you don't want to be learning on effects, processes, because that makes you not a good player. You got to learn raw and learn the basics, learn the chords, learn the scales, you know, learn how to play rhythm. Rhythm is the most key. That's the first thing, is rhythm and timing, and do the click track and play with drummers and drum machines. That's the most important thing. Then you start doing some leads if you want. The rhythm is the first thing. Rhythm is everything. If you can't rhythm, you can't groove, it's a waste, you know. And I know people will disagree with that, whatever. They can disagree all they want. You can't play rhythm, you're dead in the water. The music doesn't mean anything. All my music has rhythm. You notice that groove has a certain thing to it. That's just how I am, and I just feel the groove. I feel the groove. I feel the rhythm. I love it. You know, I'm a groove player. I'm not, that's another thing about me. I was never a traditional metal player. Like metal, there's some metal that grooves, the old metal, not the new metal. The new metal is just all straight. I can't. I mean, I could play it, but it's just I need to groove. I like old Iron Maiden, old Metallica, Dio. I love Led Zeppelin, John Bonham, Queen, all that stuff. Bonham's one of my biggest. Led Zeppelin's one of my biggest influences as far as groove and like Elvis and all those guys. I mean, all that groove stuff just that inspired me. Plus everything else. If you can't get that's what inspired me to write better. And I have to groove, and I just and then off time stuff. I was a big fan of Tool. I love doing like off time, but off time that fits the song, not off time that's on purpose, like to show that you can do it like 100 off times. If it needs an off time, like I do that in some of my songs. I do little hiccups, I call them, and it fits the song and it makes it still groovy. That's the key. If you make off times that are really technical, like and then people, there's no, where's the music? Where's the groove? I mean, great. You can do a song like that once in a while. To have in your album that show that you can do that. I have no problem with that. But every song, no. You know, it's just like you have to be able to play rhythm. Rhythm is the most important thing in learning any instrument. Obviously, drums, bass, guitar, even keyboards. Rhythm is the key. You gotta learn rhythm first and groove and timing. You don't do that, you're dead in the water. You can hear so many of these people online playing and they don't have good groove and time. I hear it all the time. They're playing behind a backing track. And you can just tell how they're playing. And I notice a lot of them can't bend notes for their life. That's another problem I notice. If you want to learn lead, you got to learn blues first. I learned all my licks. My first early licks, this is for girl guitar players, I learned the blues. I learned all the blues licks. I still do them now. I put it in my plan. You see it on the car. If you can't do blues licks and bend, because those are hard, bending is hard. You know, that's another thing. When you write solos, a lot of people think shredding is harder. Believe it or not, to write a really feel-oriented groove solo with bends is harder because you got to come in at the right time, right feel. When you shred, you just have to make sure it's clean. And that's not that hard to do if you keep practicing the picking. If you have a compression thing in the arpeggios, I mean, granted, that takes a while too, but the groove and the feel and the bending thing, that's a whole different ballgame. You know, to be able to talk on the guitar like Jeff Beck does and stuff, that takes, you have to really know your groove and time and your bending your notes and your feel. And I think a lot of that's being lost today with all this shredding stuff. And my playing, you can hear it in my playing. I incorporate, maybe that's why I get people, they hate my guts because I'm not shredding enough. You know, it's like, it's not about that. It's about groove, you know, it's like, so these are the fundamentals that any guitar player, if they want to take up, should do is learn rhythm, groove, timing, click track, drum machine, play with drummers, and learn the blues first. The blues bends, blues leads first. Then you get into the Van Halen stuff you want, the technical stuff. You know, you got to learn the basics first. You got to be able to do all that. If you just go right into the shredding stuff, you're dead in the water. You really are, because you hear it online. You hear all these people just shredding. They have no feel, no groove, no style, no nothing. And the tone is the tone's the other thing. You got to work on your tone. Tone is very important. If you don't have the right tone, that takes years. I still work on my tone. I mean, tone is everything too. You need to have good tone on your rhythm and lead. You know, that's another thing. These are all, and find the right guitar. That takes years too. You got to find the right guitar that fits you. And granted, you have different days when you want to play a different guitar or a different song requires a different guitar. That's why you need a lot of them. That's another story, but you need a lot of guitars and amps to get you want to capture what you're looking for each song. So, but it's complicated, but the basics is the rhythm, guitar, and the groove and the feel. Then you go into the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't get those fundamentals down, I see people like I see now on YouTube and Facebook just shredding away with no. I change it. How many people send me these videos of people playing like that? I just 5 seconds, I'm off. I'm like, okay, it's the same thing over and over. It's like, and it's like, to me, it just looks like people playing scales and modes really, which it is, really fast, and arpeggios with either a backing track or a click track, and it's not even their own music. It's something else they got out of an exercise or somebody else's song, and then they expect to get, and they get these endorsements from these companies, which I'm just like, I mean, even Fender and Jackson have given some of these people endorsements, and they're on their site. I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? Like it's like they tend to like push other people aside not to endorse them because you're not shredding enough. It's like, I thought music, it just, for the life of me, it's almost like the whole thing we were talking earlier. It seems like common sense has gone out the window lately, the last couple of years, or is it me? It feels like I'm living in a big sci-fi movie sometimes. It feels like They Live is everywhere. We have to put the glasses on, take them off. It feels like they're on me 24/7. I gotta take them off.
The 3D glasses.
I take the glasses off, then it's real. I put the glasses on, and it's like, oh my God. Oh, I need the glasses to see what's really going on. That's right. I got to put glasses on to see what's really happening because it's all, that's how sometimes I feel with this stuff. I'm like, I don't know. But that's my advice to new players.
Okay.
Learn rhythm,
Cool.
groove.
That's great advice.
Yeah. That's what I did. That's everything. How can you communicate with other people if you can't do that? How can you play with other people if you can't rhythm? You can't play rhythm in time, So
What would be the back? Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What would be the backstory to your endorsements?
How I got them? You mean, is that what you mean?
Yeah. How you got them?
When I went to NAMM the first time, this other guitar player introduced me to some companies, SIT Strings, WB Gear, and I went from there. So when I got SIT String, that's a big endorsement. That's a big string company. That was huge. And then I started getting other ones. Most of them I got online. I didn't even get it now. I mean, majority of them I got through just, they either contacted me or I contacted them. And then it just went from there. And then the thing it's been really good because I get a lot of percentage off the stuff I get from them, and I promote all of them. I tag them and everything, and I sometimes have them in some of my videos and stuff. That's what I'm going to be doing this year. Now that we mentioned, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on my house here, demonstrating I'll even give a shout out to these guys. These guys are really copper sound pedals. I'm going to be doing some stuff with them at my house here. They just sent me these pedals. These guys are from Massachusetts, so I'll be next. I'm not doing anything now because the video's coming out and EP and everything. I'm going to be doing some stuff in the room here for them and for Rev Amps, for Seymour Duncan. I'm going to be doing some demonstration videos for them. Viper guitars, Schroeder guitars, another one. They're going to be doing a guitar for me. And whatever other endorsements, the cable companies, the pick companies, even Boss here, the GT100. I just got this. Maybe I'll demonstrate that, for the hell of it down the road. I just gotta, I don't want to mix that up with the release. It's too much. For one, there's too much to put demonstration videos out while the videos are coming out in EP. It's gonna be overkill of advertising and promoting and me out there. Then people will get sick of me and they really will tell me to go screw up. That's good, huh? They really will tell me to go. Get the hell off of here. You're on here too much. You're doing videos, releasing, you're demonstrating. Get the hell out of here. I said, all right, I'm out of here. I'm gone. All right. I'll talk to you next year. That was good, huh? I just cracked myself up with that one. I get it now. Imagine if I did that right now. Oh my God. But yeah, in a couple of months, when this thing filters down, probably like springtime, March, April, I'll start doing some demonstration videos. By then I'll have this set up a little better. I'll do some experimental ones, see how the sound and the look goes. And I already told them all that because that's something I haven't done yet, really. They've been asking me, all these companies. I'm definitely going to be doing that this year a lot. I can do it in my room. So I'm actually looking forward to that because my phone sounds good. I got some good lighting going on. And I can use TikTok because I did an experimental video of me just, noodling around a guitar, I call it. They call it shredding. I call it noodling. And it got a big response and it sounded really good and I looked good. So I said, okay, that experiment seemed to work out. So maybe there's hope for me to demonstrate companies and I always want to make sure I look half decent and the sound is good and I'm going to explain what the product does. That's what I want to make sure I have everything, you know. I don't want to make a hacked video of that, you know. I'm very picky on that, so, you know, that's just me. But,
That's perfect.
and I don't want
That's
them to get sick of me, like I said. Don't the hell out of here. You're putting too much stuff on social media. We're reporting you. You released a video, another video, an EP, then you're doing demonstration videos. You purely suck. Get banned on social media for posting too many things. What was her crime? Oh, we're gonna send the police down to her house. Posting too many videos. Jesus, that might be a new thing, huh? Gotta get back.
So I hear you.
I'm crazy.
So, no, that's okay. It's how you feel. So, and that's important.
Yeah.
So I'm laughing. I forgot next question. No,
I got
didn't.
you, huh?
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Would you like to give any shout outs to any brands, any musicians? Would you like to give any shout outs to anybody, Gia?
Slip Trick Records. They're doing great with the promo and the press they've done. Who else? Trying to think. All my fans, the radio stations, you, other people. I can't. There's a whole bunch of people I can't even. There's so many I can't name, but they know who they are. Guys from Europe. All these groups on Facebook that share my stuff. New England Music, Static X Radio. Chris, he plays my stuff a lot. KB Radio in Canada, he's playing my stuff. He's done it for years. Tons of, and yeah, they do Copper Sound pedals. Not Copper. Yeah. All my other endorsements. Mostly the fans. You know, people that share my stuff and tag me and post my stuff everywhere and leave comments, and you know that means a lot. And shout out to my engineer Richard Ma. He's in Galaxy Park Studios. He's great friend. He's really good. All the supporters over the years I've had that's still there, and the non-supporters that have gone against me, what's the word I can say there? It's from that commercial. I'm gonna quote. They can. This is how I think of when they hate me and stuff. They say, "Fortune favors the brave." That's my advice to them when they talk crap about me.
Exactly.
In other words, I'm gonna take a shot and I'm gonna keep doing it. Because if I don't, that's why I said fortune favors the brave. That's kind of how I do it. You know, like that, and I make it up as I go. So, but yeah, those are. I can't name everybody because there's so many people. I might say their name wrong on Facebook, but on Twitter, Instagram. I'm trying to think. My computer's like slow motion here. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's stuck. But yeah, all the fans and people that support me and share my stuff and say nice things and send it to stuff. It's more than means the world to me. So it's great, and my music moves them that way, and they like it and love it, and it's great. So more to come. There's gonna be more music coming. The full length, I intend to do. Maybe I'm thinking this fall or early next year, a full length Gia G album with instrumentals, maybe some vocal songs I haven't released. I'll be releasing with that a couple maybe, but we'll see. And it's gonna show some more different styles I'm gonna put in there, so I think they'll like it. Everyone, it'll be more new agey, maybe jazzier or bluesier, whatever. Something There'll be some mellow stuff too, maybe. I don't know. It depends on my feel of the day. I don't know. But yeah, that's all.
Do you have any questions for me?
Um, like about your show and stuff, or in general, like
Whatever's on your mind.
how long you been doing this? The
About a
show.
year and
What?
3/4.
How you like it?
I love it. I love it. I'm
Good.
learning a lot about myself.
You enjoying it then, huh?
I am. I am. I'm a big believer in spiritual things, and I'm a big believer in my dreams, and hence the name The Dreamer. Everything that I'm doing is based off of a dream.
That's right.
And everything that I'm doing is based off of a spiritual concept.
Yeah.
And it's very powerful. And there is no instruction manual for
No.
any of this. And where it comes from, where does inspiration come from? Well, I like to think that inspiration comes from a supernatural world.
I agree. I think it does too.
And inspiration is very, very important, because whenever I get out of my own way, whenever I start, realize that I'm not doing anything, is when magic happens.
Yeah.
And when my spiritual companion, the dreamer, takes over, that's when wonderful things happen.
Well, this is a wonderful show you have, and you're doing a real positive thing for musicians and artists, and you have a positive vibe, and that's good. I enjoyed the interview, and you should continue this and get bigger. And I think it's a great thing you're doing. You know?
Well, thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing what 2022 has in store.
Yeah.
For the Dreamer, for Hanging with the Dreamer, for Dreamland Studios. For those that tune in and watching, and you've never seen me before, you've never seen this before, my name is the Dreamer, and this is my show, Hanging with the Dreamer. I am the visionary creative producer, host, graphic artist, musician that put together this mythical world that is Dreamland Studios. And I am here. I love talking music. I love talking guitars. I love showing guitars. I love talking gear. I love talking spiritual concepts, because it all goes hand in hand.
It does.
It really, really does. And I love what I do.
I can tell.
And I appreciate every single one of my guests for giving me their time. Gia, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For giving me your time this morning.
You're very welcome. Thank you for interviewing me. And the 2050 EP comes out with a new other video.
And that's what I was going to ask you. That was the next question. Where can everybody go to learn everything about Gia G?
You can go to my Facebook music. I think I sent you the links. The music page, my the slip trick page. That has all my stuff. It has the release, actually, the press release now, and you can get the new release. You can get the single now on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, and when the release comes out, you can get that on there too. The full actual copies of the EP, and then you can see the video on my YouTube page and the Slip Trick page. You'll see it on Facebook page, music page, Instagram, Twitter. And any information you want to find me, just go to my YouTube page, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Slip Trick Records site. They're all linked. You can find anything you want on me there. All my links are, just type in Gia G or Gia Federico and it'll come up. Either name.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, you've been watching Hanging with the Dreamer with me, your host, Cheryl Bay the Dreamer, and with Gia G. We've been talking about her music. We've been talking about the things that inspire Gia and the things that musically that make Gia happy. And let's follow all the support links, all the YouTube video links that are down the description box below, and let's support. And if you like my content, please consider supporting the show through PayPal. The link is in the description box below. And whoever does will be invited to be on a big special. PayPal donors, I'm going to invite all of my PayPal donors on for a live session of Hanging with the Dreamer with a full chat. And because I want my PayPal donors to know I appreciate all my fans, all my listeners, all my PayPal donors, how much you all mean to me, and how much your support and your help is letting me do what I do and to continue to do what I do and continue to evolve as an artist, as a creative artist, and as a person. Without anybody, I'd just be sitting in the corner of the kitchen talking to myself. Thank you everybody, and thank you Gia. Support Gia, everybody. Buy her music and support her vision, because Gia G, you are a very special, one of a kind, unique, creative, visionary artist. And you deserve all the respect and all the honor as a guitarist and as a musician that you deserve. You deserve that you can get. And I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me your time this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. I thank you for interviewing me. It was fun, and you're welcome. It was a great interview.
Thank you for being here, Gia, and check out Gia's music. Gia is an incredible talent, an amazing musician. And I can't recommend Gia's videos, Gia's talent, Gia's spirit, and Gia's music enough. Thank you, Gia.
Thank you. Your show is great, and you are, and thank you for the support and for the interview.